If you are a regular viewer of this channel, you know that I'm a big fan of the Vidu AI video generation service. To me, it delivers some of the best overall animation of any of the platforms. I love where this platform's going, and it's my favorite go-to because you get your results in a fraction of the time of the other services. And one of the things Vidu and these other services do very well is to turn still portraits into videos. So if you've got like a high school graduation picture or a wedding picture, you can bring those things to life, and it does a really nice job. And I was thinking, I've got a lot of crazy Facebook profile pictures, and it might be interesting to see what Vidu would do with them in terms of animating them. And there's two ways you can do this. You can just drop the image right in, put no prompt whatsoever, and just let it do its thing, or you can give it a little bit of guidance. And it's worth testing both ways because the results may vary. Now, before we get into everything, some of you keen observers may have noticed that I'm sitting in a new chair thanks to our sponsor, eWin Gaming Chairs. They must have seen my videos and said, that guy looks uncomfortable. What is he, 58? His neck probably hurts, his shoulders probably hurt. I mean, what kind of chair is he sitting in? We've got to help him. And I've got to tell you that this chair has changed my entire working life because I sit hours in this spot and I've been dealing with numbness in my legs and all kinds of pain around my head and shoulders, calluses on my wrists because my arm's at a bad angle. This chair has changed all of that. And if you sit on your butt all day too, you need to learn about why this chair is so freaking cool. But let's make this fun and use a little AI creativity to explain why this chair is so awesome.
I love my eWin gaming chair, and I will tell you why. I've got a million reasons which are not in short supply. Of course, the chair's adjustable up and down. It spins and it spins and it spins all around. The armrests rise and fall with ease, or left and right, whatever you please. And speaking of comfort, when you need a little nap, you'll pull that magic lever and be sleeping in a snap. The lumbar pillow's got your back. The neck pillow needs no strap. It's magnetic. Overall, the eWin chair's a heck of a machine. Yes, overall, the eWin chair's a heck of a machine.
And right now, you can save 20% by entering the code Doyle at checkout.
Let me show you a couple of examples of what I did. Now here's one where I didn't put any guidance whatsoever. I just uploaded this profile image, and what you see here will always be the profile image because it's the first frame of the video. And when I animated it, it just gave us a nice little somber, this is what he might do. But then he sort of moves into this fighting position. Really interesting. No prompt whatsoever. So here's another one. In this case, I didn't want him to just be standing there and maybe just looking sullen. I wanted to see if I could get him to eat the ice cream, plus have something else going on. So I said, man licks an ice cream cone as a giant whale washes ashore. And this is what it did with just this image. He took the bite, and here's this freaking whale. But then he kind of disappears. And I don't know if that's possible because that whale would need to be either it really drops off. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, so cool. Another one. So for the most part, I do give it a little bit of guidance because why not? You can get some really cool results and make it do what you want. So I added boy begging for food as it begins to rain. So there's no sign of rain in this image, so that wouldn't just happen. And he's just sitting there. What's he going to do? So what action might he take? This is what they came up with. So we got a little bit of rain or something falling from the sky. And he's just kind of looking around, and you could put this through some lip sync service and have him be begging for food. Please, could I have a Big Mac? This one is not a profile picture, but I was so happy with how it turned out. I'm going to show it to you anyway. I just wanted it to morph into a monster face, and by golly, it did. All right, let's get back to the action. So here's a good example of why I like to give things guidance. This is the profile image, and when I had it do its thing, it just went right to this and stayed there the entire time. So no prompt. However, then I reran it and I say, man begins to read poetry from a book he is holding. Then I figure the AI knows, oh, well, let me take a look at what he's doing. And I was right. Now he's got a book and he's holding it. And we could, again, put lip sync or something on there and have him be reading his poetry. He even gets like this about it. Amazing. This one's my favorite so far. It just makes me laugh so hard. So I say, man gets hit in the face with rotten fruit being thrown by angry people. And by golly, look what I got. I love the fact that he throws fruit in his own face and holds it there. That's so good. Here's one more I did previously, and then we're going to go to my page and just play with it. And I invite you to do the same. The prompt I added was, man is trying to convince a room full of cats to go to sleep. And I do the 8 seconds, and it does a fine job of keeping it coherent. It doesn't break apart. And if you can get 8 seconds rather than 4, why not do it? That's what I say. All right, so let's go back over here, and we'll just rapid fire some of these. So as you can see, I've got a lot of different profile pictures because that's the kind of guy I am. So why don't we just take a couple of these more unusual ones. I'm just going to copy the image here and then I paste it in here. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, I use the Opera browser for those of you who give me a bunch of crap for it. When I copy something into the clipboard, it's right there available for load. I don't have to download it first and drag it or anything. It's right there. It's a beautiful thing. So in this case, I think I will give it a little bit of action. Man walks ominously down the hall. This way, he won't just stand there. I'm going to go over here and click 8 seconds per duration and let that get going. And then while I am waiting, I'll go back over here and start another one. So see, when you get them going like this, you don't even notice the render times because you're so engaged in copying and pasting and waiting and the anticipation that you look back and it's like, it's Christmas, there's 4 waiting for you. This one definitely right here just seems to just beg for some animation. So copy, come over here, drag, paste. I think we need a sea monster coming out in the background, right? Man thinks about life as a sea monster emerges from the surface of water in the background. See, with 8 seconds, you actually got time for the thing to tell that story. If you do 4 seconds, it does good quality animation for 4 seconds, but I like 8 seconds. This one looks interesting. So we could get these things, just a bunch of owl creatures flapping wings as something falls. Hold on, paste it. We'll say owl creatures flapping wings wildly as what falls from the sky? What falls from the sky? Pizza slices. Let's just see if it'll happen. Fall from the sky. There's no evidence of pizza slices in that image, so it'd have to create them, which I know it can do because we saw a whale earlier. And see what I'm talking about? Christmas already. We've got this one, so let's see what it did with it. Man walks ominously down the hall. That's right. He's walking ominously down that hall, baby. Profile picture brought to life. All right, man thinks about life as sea monsters emerge from the... Oh, I only meant to say one sea monster, so we got several, maybe. Let's just see what happens. See, I love the water movement. Let's watch that again. That's not exactly what I was expecting, but that's why we've got re-edit capabilities. So how about this? As a realistic sea monster emerges from the surface of the water, causing a huge wave and splashing in the background. Let's see what happens with our sea monster now. There we go. That's okay. That is a huge splash, but I didn't see a monster. Sea monster. Okay, I'm just gonna have it just try it one more time. Meanwhile, we can check out Owlman here. See, there you go. And pizza slices falling from the sky. Oh my, look at that. That's beautiful. Here's an action shot waiting to happen. I think we need to see if we can get Predator to appear in the background. I have no idea if it'll work, but that's what experimenting's for. Predator. Is it gonna know a Predator appears from the background and suddenly attacks man? So many crazy choices. Let's see. Sad man in grocery store suddenly smiles and then falls down. I was giggling at the prospect of me typing falls down. That's where this has gotten to. Create. We're going to give this one more shot. Okay, there's our guy. There, now that's what I'm talking about. Okay, you see? Third time's a charm, baby. Let's see, how about this guy? Honestly, I don't think this thing likes the word tentacles. We'll see. Man with tentacle beard is eating cereal with his tentacles. If they don't like tentacles, I'm really pushing it. Let's see. Well, it's in the queue. I don't know. Might have been another platform that didn't like that word. But anywho, let's see. Okay. We just have to see if we can bring those dinosaurs to life, right? Baby dinosaurs are squawking. Are screaming for food. Suddenly I can't spell squawking. Seems like the weirdest word on the planet. Oh, I'm trying to be a little too earnest. I gotta wait. This is me waiting. This is also me waiting. I'm exaggerating. It doesn't take that long. Here we go. Tentacle beard. Whoa. I guess they're in space. This seems to be a gravity issue, really. Yeah. This seems more gravity than, maybe he's just getting his space tentacles. He doesn't. This is like his first trip up, right? He doesn't look like he's a seasoned space traveler. You know what I'm saying? He looks more like he's used to aquatic things. Now we can push go on this one and go back and pick our next one. Oh, so many things I'd like to see. Oh. All right. We're going to do it. Now, Three Stooges making a toast as a horse walks behind them. I just really like to see if I can just create things out of nowhere. Oh, patience. My breakfast is going to be ready in 9 minutes. I got to wrap this up. Now, this could be also a coincidence, but I have tested the limits of this particular platform in terms of the kinds of images it will create. Not like not suitable for work stuff, more like gross, disgusting imagery. That's all we're going to say. And it's let a lot of stuff pass, but sometimes if it gets a little too weird, A, it can reject it. B, it can sometimes, and this is where I'm not sure that this is what's really happening, but it just seems to me that it takes a little longer to generate. Like it's going, do we let this predator attack the man? And what does that actually look like? How do we do this without, getting it? So I don't know that that's the case, but I just know that normally these things take less than a minute to do, and the ones that have taken a little longer are the ones that I feel like maybe I shouldn't have even asked. But we'll see what happens here. Here we go. Now this one's freed up, so I'm going to go ahead and start this one. This input may violate our content policy. Three Stooges. So I'm going to say 3 men. That's what I was afraid of. I was wondering if it was going to have a problem with that, but I'll bet you this will work. Oh, maybe it's just too much. Maybe it looks too much like them, even though I am face swapped. Okay, no worries. It's not like we don't have more to choose from. All right, we're going to try this one and see if we can get those lights to glow or flash or something cool like that. Cyborg with flashing lights on his exoskeleton. I'm not sure I've ever typed that. Serves a glass of beer. What? A cyborg? Okay, now let's look at these baby dinosaurs screaming for food. Oh. Okay, well, it kept them as toys. All right, well, that seems like a re-edit is in order if I want to. Just give it a little bit more detailed. I'm going to say realistic live baby dinosaurs being held by a man are squat Q-U. Ugh. Embarrassing. But look, you're watching me, so that means I'm okay with it. Realistic live baby dinosaurs being held by a man are squawking for food as the man looks down lovingly upon them. Create. Oh! You're killing me yet. Still waiting on the predator to attack the man. See? I'm telling you. It's working on it. All right, here we go. Now I can start this baby dinosaur one. Let's see what we got. There you go. He's serving up a glass of beer just like I asked it to. Look at that. Let's watch it again. He's serving up a glass of beer just like I asked it to. Okay. Sorry, man. Sometimes I just look at it and go, how did they get that from one picture? Oh, I told it to do it, and it did it. This is the most adherent to prompts of the platforms that I have played with in terms of getting it to have something appear out of nowhere. With some of the other ones, it takes me like 2 or 3 extends before I finally get that sea monster or whatever. I know it took a minute for the sea monster to appear the way I wanted to, but the sea monster at least was there. All right, we'll do one more. This is probably only entertaining to me. And most likely I'll just keep doing them. Oh man, I can't decide. All right, let's try this one. Let's see. Well, let's see if it screams no because it thinks it's really Jason Momoa, because I know, he and I get confused for him constantly. Ugh, it's embarrassing. All right, I have breakfast now in 3 minutes. I gotta wrap this up. Okay. Man walks out of the ocean. Now we have the revised version of the realistic live baby dinosaurs being held by a man. Now look see, that's more like it. See how specifically it followed the prompt. I told it to freaking look down lovingly upon them, and he did. Watch again. Look for the love. Look, see, that's love. Do you see the love pouring? And they're just like, ah, feed me, daddy, ah. That's what I wanted from the beginning, and all I had to do was tell it. If you guys aren't running, not walking to Vidu, I don't know what your deal is. What more are you waiting for?
High resolution.
Some of you people. I'm just scanning again to see if there's just one more I feel like I have to do before I let you get on with your lives. This one, I think, again, so much action inherent in it. I'm going to copy it, and this one, you know what? I won't put a prompt because, again, the image seems to say, hey, this is what's happening in this scene. All right, let's go back and see where we left off. We're still waiting for Predator. We're still waiting for the sad man in the grocery store. Now, that's not questionable, so I don't know what the holdup is there. Here's the guy walking out of the ocean. I guess that's pretty much what I expected. We have to wait for Predator, the sad man, or this action dude. Here we go. Okay. Huh. I don't hate it. I think I wanted faster action. I wanted those planes zipping by in the background, so even though I keep saying, this is the last one, I'm going to re-edit this one. I'm going to give it some more specific instructions. I'm going to say, superhero flies through the air at great speeds as warplanes race by shooting machine guns. Oh, are you going to have a problem with machine guns? Explosions, clouds drifting quickly. Sure. Can I create? Yes, I can. That means something's done up here. Here's our reworked superhero. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, it's more like it. It's a little... Okay, see? It definitely got the idea. We've got him flying through. We've got way more action, way more dynamic. We got explosions. We got the planes flying. We got the shooting at the guns, the whole thing. It's a little scattered, but you see how much the prompt made the difference there. All right, here's our Predator guy. Let's see what happens. What? I waited all that time, and our dude isn't even in the shot. And, I mean, I would take that as a Predator, but I'm going to say of all of them, that's my least favorite result so far. And I'm not running it again and waiting all that time. Let's see if the sad man in the grocery store suddenly smiles and then falls down. Oh, no. I missed some of that from laughing. Hold on. Okay, he falls down. Oops. Oh, no problem. I got it. Whoops. Oh, it looks like he's smiling at the very end on the floor. Like, see right there? You can see him smiling. Yeah. All right, that's my second favorite after Sideshow Bob getting hit in the face with a fruit. Okay, well, I know I used a lot of silly images and stuff because there was a lot of opportunity there for some movement and action, but just bringing regular, normal portraits to life, even if it's just subtle movement and looking around, can be quite stunning to look at, especially if you have a connection to the photo. If this is the type of stuff you love to learn about, well, why not stick around by subscribing to this channel, hitting whatever notification bells or whatever you gotta do so that you'll know when I do it again, because this is the type of stuff we talk about all the time.
If you subscribe now, I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you do not, I will look for you. I will find you. And I